Wait for just a moment. Hey, Woody, I saw your comment on the YouTube YouTube show. Did it not on the you know? Hey, Woody, what's up? Um, don't know if you noticed, but I put the link to the studio up tonight. I decided to have an open panel night tonight. If you want to join me in studio here, um, hopefully more people will show up soon. La di di da di da, la di di da di da, la di di da di da, la di di da di da. And you, la di di da di da, la di di da di da. Spider Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size. Can't you see? Just like flies. Look out. There goes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen up. He's got radioactive blood from a swing overhead. Take a look overhead. Hey there. There goes the Spider-Man. In the chill of night, at the scene of a crime, like a streak of light, he arrives just in time. Spider Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size. Can't you see? Just like flies, look out. There goes the Spider-Man. When Captain America throws his mighty shield, all those who oppose his shield must yield. In the red and the white and the blue it comes true when Captain America throws his mighty shield. Tony Stark makes you feel he's a cool exec with the hottest wheels as Iron Man. All jets aflame, he fights and fights with repulsor rays. Amazing power, it's Iron Man. Amazing power, it's Iron Man. Doc Bruce Banner, belted by gamma rays, turned into Hulk. Ain't he just glamour ray? Wrecking the town with the powerful, ain't some monster who isn't lovable. The ever loving Hulk, Hulk, Hulk. Cross the rainbow bridge of Asgard, where the blue means heaven's roar. And behold in credulous wonder the god of thunder, mighty Thor. Stronger than a whale, he can swim anywhere, he can breathe underwater, go flying through the air. Noble submariner, prince of the deep, so beware of deadly demons. Lord Namor of Atlantis is the prince of the deep. Hey, Woody, you still there? It's just showing up that there's only one person watching. That's why I was asking. um, Apparently on both the StreamYard and the yes, Mike, your faithful audience is still here. Yeah, it's just that it looks like according to StreamYard and to YouTube, I've only got one person watching apparently. Well, okay, now it's back up to two on YouTube. So, um, again, I don't know if you saw. Here, I guess I'll put the link up again. Um, don't know if you saw, but I put the link up to the studio. Gonna have an open panel night tonight. Let you guys come in and chat it up with me. Um, you guys come in and chat it up with me to where excuse me a moment. I go off camera for. Oh, yeah. Yeah, as I said, I just couldn't really find anything newsworthy to read through tonight. So if they had just opened it up, um, open the studio up for anybody who wants to join me in here tonight and just chew the fat, as it were. Hmm. Well, at least you're in here with me, so they start talking. Yeah, I was, as part of my, afternoon, watching block. I started watching the 1973 Super Friends series um, as part of my afternoon block. It was Professor Goodfellow's Geek episode. I was in there as I watched and I think, I think the guys should probably watch this because they might see some parallels um, with what's going on in today's world. Mm, mm, because I'm just waiting to see if more people show up here. I know we're already at the 11-minute mark starting off here, but I'm just waiting to see if more people come in. Hopefully, some people come in and will want to come into the studio with me. Hmm. So, Woody, how'd your day go today? You have anything exciting going on? Hmm. Sorry for the dead air. I do have something on my mind, but I don't know if it'll be resolved though soon. So 14 minutes. Wow, and there's only two of us in here still. I guess uh, I should start talking about something. Anyways, la di dee da dee da, la di dee da dee da, la di dee da dee da, la di dee da dee da. Let's see now. Yeah. So right now I have two 2-hour blocks I'm watching in terms of my own little programming. My afternoon block, or what I call my tsunami block, right now I'm watching 1973 Super Friends, Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, The Gray Man, and Winx Club, season 8. And then my nighttime, my Adult Swim block right now is Record of Lotus War, Chronicles of the Heroic Knight. Um, let's see, Legend of Black Heaven, which is an interesting anime in terms, basically about the idea of I guess what you might call a has been rocker. One of those guys who tried to become a rock star in his like 20s or something like that, and you find him like 40 years later, basically becoming a salary man, only to find out there was a fan who believed him to help be able that his music would help her people win a intergalactic war. So that's a pretty interesting story. Then Nana, which is basically about two girls named Nana who are sharing an apartment. One came from the country and one that came from a smaller town, but um, Nana O is basically a budding rock star, basically. Who came to Tokyo to make a big break with her band Blast. Um, they'd taken their band taken a break after their bass player had left to join another band, and even though she and the bass player were romantically involved, and then you had Nana K, who is this country girl who basically followed her boyfriend to Tokyo only to break up with him and then find love elsewhere. And then a lot of the anime is about the two girls and their friendship basically building. Their friendship building is um so the two Nanas, and then Nana K, of course, start because of her aspect of acting kind of like a little puppy dog following along people. Um, she gets called Hachi, which I believe is a Japanese term for puppy dog. So, um, excuse me a moment. Got to go off camera for just a moment here. All right, I'm back. And then after Nana, of course, I'm also watching Hamatora, which is an anime about basically detectives with supernatural abilities. They call minimums. Um, Interesting stuff going there as well. Oh, that's pretty much what I've been doing or watching of late. Of course, I've also been keeping track of what's been going on with the post-election stuff and Trump's court panels. So. Oh, we have a third person here. Hello, third person. Um, I put the link up to the studio if you'd like to join me in the studio. We can talk more about whatever's on your mind. And we have three people here. Yay! Couldn't find much news tonight, so I figured I'd just open up the studio for an open panel night here. Excuse me a moment. Yeah, I guess now we're back down to two again. Oh boy. Hoping that third person would have stuck around, maybe even joined. Uh, oh, we had okay. The third person's back again. Okay, good. Um, again, if you want to, if you guys want to chat it up, verbally, as I said, the link is up for the studio, so you just gotta just click it, and when you come in the studio here, I'll go ahead and bring you in, and we're down to two people again. Uh, la dee dee da dee da, la dee dee da dee da, la dee dee da dee da, la dee dee da dee da. Hmm. Hmm. What would Woody do back in '62? Driving classic cars, drinking in the bars, playing all the games, catching all the dames. What would Woody do? What would Woody do? Hmm. Okay, well, let me see. Um, and I know I talked about the tsunami updates, I think, before. Um, let's take a quick peek at it here. A little surprised. I thought Jana would have been back here tonight. Even Batgoat said he would be here, but Batgoat had said previously too he might go check out the um check out the yeah one of the political streams. So hmm. And I haven't seen ATC on this week yet either. I guess he's been busy as well. Hmm. And of course, when I was looking through Founding in the comics earlier. There wasn't really any new stories of interest up there either. So man, kind of a slow night, say the least. So Toonami right now, at least the schedule from guess between now and supposedly December 19th is as follows: Dragon Ball Super on at midnight, Sword Art Online Alicization, War of the Underworld on at 12:30. This all was starting past Saturday. Fire Force on at 1, Assassination Classroom on at 1:30. Gamut Set to Death Beats on at 1:30. Wait, 1:30. Actually on at 2. Naruto Shippuden on at 2:30, and then 3 o'clock was the reruns of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. So that was all that was going on for Toonami. Ah, let's see. You see what's going on over there. Maybe my guys are. Hmm. Oh, what did I lose? Did I lose you now, Woody? Oh man. Ah, I'm still. Ah, yeah. Look, the thing just dropped. dropped the one less viewer. uh, I'm still here, Mike. Hey, Woody, are you watching this on your phone right now, or are you watching on your computer? Still here, Mike. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like nobody else is coming in tonight. I wonder what's going on. I'm on my phone, and I'm really about ready to go to sleep. Yeah, I'm sorry. There just didn't seem to be. Couldn't find anything newsworthy to read out tonight, and I was hoping there would be more people in here. I was just gonna do kind of an impromptu open panel, but at this rate, doesn't look like anybody's even gonna come tonight. So, and if you said you're getting ready to go to sleep, I might as well. I don't like doing under an hour, but at this rate, um, I mean, there's not much I can really get out, you know, conversation with. And the thing saying that I've only got one viewer again. See, we're just past 33 minutes here. Ah, well, in a rarity, I know you said you're tired, um, and it doesn't seem like anybody else is coming in tonight here. So what I think I'll do, I'll go if you're ready, Woody. I guess I'll go right into this day in Nietzsche history, and then just wrap things up. Are you still there, Woody? All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do this day in Nietzsche history, since it would seem that not a lot of people are going to be coming in tonight. Um, so I'll just wrap up early tonight here. Um, all right. So today is Tuesday, November the 10th, 2020. So let's go ahead and take a look back on this date in Nietzsche history. Um, 1945, 1990, and 1999. Okay, I'm ready. Okay. All right. So, first piece of history we're going to take a look at, we're going to head back 75 years ago today. Okay. So, on this date back in 1945, um, the Warner Brothers cartoon um, the Looney Tunes cartoon Hair Tonic, starring starring Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, directed by Chuck Jones, was released on this date 75 years ago. So on this date 75 years ago, Hair Tonic, the Looney Tunes Warner Brothers cartoon, was released into theaters on this date in 1945. So moving on then. Um, on this date in 1990, which was 30 years ago today, the late Steve Dahl, who WWF fans would remember as Steve Dunn as one half of the tag team Well Done under the management of Harvey Whippleman. Steve Dahl would, on this date in 1990, 30 years ago today, defeat the Grappler for the NWA Pacific Northwest Heavyweight title. So on this date, 30 years ago today, Steve Dahl, known to WWF fans as Stephen Dunn, one half of the tag team Well Done, would would oh, we actually have a third person here. Good. We finally get a third person in here. Um I will guess I'll stay on a little longer then after this. Normally I say this for the end of the show and I was just about to end it, but now that we have a third person in here, I'll still do this right now and then to the third person, I put up a link to the studio if you would like to join me in studio. We can talk, talk about whatever. Um, but anyways, I'll get done with this, and then so yeah, on this date 30 years ago, Steve Dahl, aka Stephen Dunn of WWF fame, the WWF tag team Well Done, won the NWA Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Championship from the Grappler on this date in Portland. And finally, let's see, one more piece of history here to we can probably look at. In the realm of comics, on this date in 1999, which was 21 years ago today, the first issue of Angel was released on the newsstands. This is a comic based on the Angel television series, the spinoff of Buffy. It was published by Dark Horse Comics. And let's see. For the cover credits, the penciler was Jeff Matsuda. The inker was Jonathan Sabal. Story was Surrogates Chapter 1. Um, the writer of the story was Christopher Golden. Christian Zanier was a penciler. Andy Owens was the inker. Amador Cisneros did the lettering. And then Wendy Fouts Broom did the coloring on it. And they would, of course, have three variant covers as well, A, B, and C. But on this date in 1999, 21 years ago today, the first issue of Angel from Dark Horse Comics would be released onto newsstands. So, with that being said, I normally end it after this, but we just had a third person pop in. So, if you got any questions or anything like that, I've also put the link up. If you'd like to join me in the studio here, in fact, I'll even add it. I'll even add it one more time here. And if you'd like to join me in the studio and start up a conversation, um, you can do that as well. Um, how you doing tonight, third person? I hope all is well. If you'd like to join me in the studio, the link is up there now. You can just click on the link, and then if I see you pop in here, I'll bring you right in, and we can start talking. Maybe start talking some Nietzsche and what have you. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Hey, okay. Hey, Batgoat. I understand you might be tired, but can you at least pop in for just a few minutes? Because there was something I really did want to talk to you about, ask you about. Um, just if you can, just it doesn't have to be. It does if you're that tired to where you don't want to go super long. That's fine. But can you at least pop in for a moment? Because I'd like to actually verbally talk to you about something. You can pop in real. If you can pop in real quick here, that'd be appreciated. Thing is, I didn't have any like, couldn't find any neat news items to really read about or anything like that. So that's why I decided to try an open panel night tonight. But as it turned out, not a lot of people showed up. So, um, but there was something I really wanted to ask you about. If you can just pop in just for, doesn't even have to be that long, just a couple minutes or so, because there was something I really wanted to ask you about. You appreciate it. La di di da di da, 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 la di di da di da. Oh, there you go. I see it. I just saw you now. So, hey, Batgo,
Hello.
I won't keep you in here too long because I know you just said you were pretty tired. I was just before, just when you got here, I was getting ready to end the show because Woody was the only other person in here. Didn't seem
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
didn't
caught the end. I caught the end.
yeah, it didn't really seem like anybody was coming tonight. Um, I wanted to ask you something. I'll just kind of quickly kind of tell you a couple things I noticed today. So earlier when I was setting up for tonight's stream, I okay. So after Jana had subscribed last night, I realized I looked and saw I had 104 subscribers, and then when I went to set up for tonight's stream, I noticed I was back down to 103. And I also remember this morning when I decided to pop in on Ethan's stream, and I said hi to you and anonymity. Anonymity. I noticed anonymity didn't reply back.
Hmm.
Uh, I was wondering if maybe anonymity may have said something to you, maybe in regards to what happened last night, or if you got any indication that maybe he might have been upset.
He didn't say anything to me, but he might have been. I mean, he might have been upset. So that could happen. I'll ask him. I'll ask
Yeah,
him the
just
next time I see him.
because here's the thing. My thing was I felt like it was escalating to a point where I had to. I really didn't want to intervene, but I felt
Hmm.
like it was the way it was going. It's like it seemed now. I wasn't going to dump on Jana too much because she's new. She it was her first stream with us. I knew she may not have understood the situation, so that's why But if you notice, I was trying to keep it on both of them, pointing out to both of them. Hey, look, let's not escalate this. But he's
Yeah.
and and that's what I was really getting. As things I focus on are communication, connection, and I just felt like, and when he kind of sniped back at her what she had kind of told him, like you need to learn how to talk to people, and so I realized, okay, this is not. If I don't step in here and try to calm down the situation, this is not going to end well for anybody.
Yeah, I think it's like everything else I've ever seen on chat is misunderstanding, and people don't understand, and I don't know who this Jana person is, but I think she got she got really upset really quickly. Seemed very thin skinned in my opinion.
Well, I think from what I could tell. Well, yeah. Let me get this because Woody kind of quoted. Woody chatted here. Um, he's got a little message for you. Bat Goat, you look much younger tonight.
See, yeah, because the picture of my grandson's up there. That's funny, Woody.
Yeah, but you know, with you being my co-host and stuff like that, I just with stuff like this, I just like to talk to you about it. Get your perspective from what I can tell from her, and I think she basically made the point that she just simply wanted to she wanted to come in and see how much I knew about comics. I think she really wanted to hear what I had to say about comics, and I appreciated her for that. I I think her point was she may have felt like it was disrespectful on even though I would, as you noticed, I knew you guys were joking. And I usually will let those conversations go. I mean, that happens. That's a part of connecting too, connecting with each other's lives. And fact is, you
Yeah,
guys normally are having dinner around the end. That's kind of a late time for you guys because I know. Well, it's 9 o'clock where you're at when we start, and 10 o'clock where anonymity is starting from. But I wasn't necessarily getting upset at him, or I wasn't really getting upset. I just did not want to see it escalate because I wanted her to feel welcome. I wanted it's like in both of their cases, one of them needed to just kind of say, something, I've got to be the adult here. You know, maybe I just shouldn't escalate this. And when I saw that was not going to happen, that's why I was stepping in there. I did not necessarily want to have to step in there, but I felt like the way this is going, it's not going to end well unless I step in. So I just hope he's not mad because I mean, I know he's had some issues too. Like when I pointed out, my issues with people using the word retard. You know, apparently he seems to be an almost a free First Amendment absolutist. You know, I mean, yet nobody here would like use the N word, even if we didn't have a black person here. Um, because it's not just simply about being overly sensitive either. It's also being respectful towards each other too. I think we
yeah,
lost a little bit of that too. It's like we just throw words out without really thinking, like as and I've not that I'm gonna try to dig all that. I've already explained my reasons why I don't like people like it when people use the word retard. I've already pointed that out. I don't need to rehash that with you. I know and I think you understand
hmm
where I'm coming
yeah,
from.
yeah,
You know, I'm trying to still find the balance too. I know sometimes maybe I do need to be a little more assertive. There are times I need to step back. I'm still trying to find. I'm trying not just find the balance here, but on other streams too, because there are times I really want to be part of the conversation. I want people to acknowledge me, and when they don't, even I get a little frustrated sometimes. You've probably seen that on a few occasions with me.
yeah.
But
It's uh, it's okay. I anonymity got upset because I don't, I mean, Woody, you were here too. I don't remember exactly what was said, but she kind of snapped on him, Mike. That's the way I saw it. And remember, this was her first time in here as well,
Yeah,
so she doesn't really understand our group. And like
yeah,
Anon would never. He doesn't say bad words or do anything like that. I mean, like, um, we all know what's up, and we respect you on that, Mike. You know that, like, um
yeah,
we don't swear and things like that. So
yeah,
that's the way I see it, is that that this was someone new coming into our group. And I hate to take sides, but I guess I would, if push comes to shove, I would say that I don't know who this person is, and she attacked anonymity. That's what I saw.
yeah. Well, maybe I have to go back and look through the chat again because I didn't get that impression myself. But then again, I'm known for being a little naive on these situations too. So
And you were doing your show, and we were just side talking,
mhm.
and she was snapping at all of us, is what I thought. Like, she was basically telling us to stop talking about our dinner, and having that conversation we were doing. And
Yeah,
I
well, I did see that, and my impression was as I was because I read the chats and I'll highlight them and all that
mm,
because
mhm.
connection's a big part of it too. I think again, part of it with her being newer to the chat, she probably didn't understand the nature of the group, and oh, Woody's got something to say here. Apparently, I'm really dense about these things. I didn't notice that there was any problem at all until several sentences later when somebody said something. Yeah, I think like okay, the thing that kind of got the final straw for me where I felt like I had to step in because I do remember she was saying she I do remember her saying she was the first one to initiate this where she had said something along the lines, well, anonymity, you need to learn how to talk to new people.
Mhm.
And like, now I can understand her point there. Sometimes, now maybe she was taking a little too personally, but I got the impression by the end there, because after anonymity left, she seemed to calm down. And she seemed like she was, granted, she's not here tonight. I don't know why. Now she may have actually, she may be the one who may have decided to. Well, I'd hope that's not the case, but she did say she came over from Tug's stream too.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
So
But um, I don't know. I it didn't seem like a big deal to me until it was. And that was, again, Mike, everything from where I sit, that was all on her end. And I don't know who she is, and she came into our group, and I feel that she was the one that was on edge, and she didn't understand what was going on. She felt attacked, and she responded in a rude way.
yeah. Well, without obviously talking to her, you know how I feel about that. I would really hope she did not feel like she was being attacked. If she was, it's like I feel like I'm partly to blame because maybe I didn't do enough to curtail that at times.
No,
It's
it's
like,
not. Oh, sorry. That's not your fault. That's not your fault, Mike. She didn't understand what was going on, and she didn't comport herself well.
yeah. Well, she may have seen like as I said, I noticed she, after anonymity left, she seemed to she seemed to be enthused about coming back, and in fact, I would have, I'd hope she would, especially when I decided to make this an open panel night. Hope she would have been here, and we could have got her in here. We could, and what I was hoping, what could have ended up happening tonight, we could have just totally left what happened last night behind us and just move on forward.
Mm-hmm.
for me, the only reason I'm a little bit concerned here is I noticed a few things that might now again, as I heard Dan Mondino say earlier, correlation is not necessarily causation. But I noticed when she was seemed thrilled. She subscribed. My sub count went up to 104, and
Mm-hmm.
then today, as I was preparing my stream, it went back to 103. And then I was thinking back to this morning. I noticed anonymity didn't respond to me when I said hi to you guys. I don't know if there's any like animus. I was just basically trying to cool the flames a little bit and try to get us focused back onto
Yeah,
happier.
honestly, he didn't answer me either right away. I saw him. I was like, "Hey, that sucked. What was that all about?" And he didn't answer me. So, I think he's upset. So I don't know what to say other than I'll try to talk to him again. I mean, um, but I would.
Hopefully, it's just
I
a case where maybe he just needs a day or two to cool off, and maybe things will, because
Sure.
he's usually like we're almost an hour into the stream here, and I went in. What's going to turn out is I ended up doing the this day in history in the middle of it as opposed to at the end, but only because you finally came in. But basically, I just you know, obviously I want everybody to feel welcome because my two big points are communication and connection. I feel
Yeah.
obviously there was a bit of a breakdown in communication right there. I tried to remedy it as best as I could, but it still I guess wasn't enough. But
Yeah, and also, Mike, you know, you're in other people's chats too, so you know that kind of stuff happens all the time. Whereas most creators will like, especially if there's a lot of people in there and the chat's going by fast, like they won't see it, or they won't bother themselves with it. And you're looking at everyone that's in here. And, we had a little oopsie with miscommunication, but which
what's that
it
scratching
happens.
sound?
I'm scratching my computer. Sorry, I stopped it right.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing with that is that anonymity has been with us here, since the beginning when you started doing this. So
Right.
I would really personally, I would maybe go out of my way just a little bit to say, hey, sorry that happened, bro. Like, um, but just extend a little bit of an olive branch to him. That's just me, Mike. It's my opinion, but I just, I see a new person coming in and there's trouble immediately. Well, you put two and two together. Like, I'm going to lean more towards it's this new person coming in and causing some kind of problem, if that makes sense.
Well, I was trying to give her a little more grace. I mean, I would hope that anonymity would have been like mature enough to understand it and try. And I would hope if being that he's known me for a while, he knows I'm not necessarily going out of my way. Like with you guys, it's not like I'm not going out of my way to be the great white asshole. Excuse the
Yeah,
French there. You know,
yeah. I know.
I want people to come in. I want us to be able to just hang out, talk niche. Whether it's me reading news articles and bounding into comics, or we get into some of the random neat stuff like when we talk cartoons or whatever, or like what you and I started doing on Friday nights there. You
Mm-hmm.
know, um, because
And
the thing is, there is so much negativity in the world.
mm-hmm.
One of the things I just am trying to do with my streams is I want it to be a positive alternative. I want people when they come in, I want them to feel welcome. I want them to be able to just for the time they're here with me, be able to just forget about all the crap going on in the world right now. Forget about now granted we tease a bit about SJWs, but instead of having to listen to SJWs screech like Renfamous and and Alyssa Milano and them, yeah, we may make fun of them. We may take pot shots at them between each other, but you know, that's more in jest than anything else. But I want people to get away from their screen. I want to be able to have a welcoming environment for everybody to be able to get away from that screeching, to get away from some of the chaos going on with the election right now, get away from the drama, the Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. Like personally, I could really care less about that situation. Granted, I will occasionally watch some of Yellow Flash's videos on, and even Tug's videos on some of that. But when it comes to like mainstream Hollywood, I could really care less. In some ways it might be better if somebody was to just nuke Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my overall attitude about it. Not that I'm
Yeah,
obviously advocating that somebody actually tries to nuke Hollywood. Okay, it's more I'm talking about my general attitude towards it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
so but that's just my thing. And I'm glad you came on because I needed a sounding board for that. I just noticed these things, and
Sure.
I
No,
just you
Mike,
know
I want to be clear about this. Nothing like this had ever happened before. Okay, and I don't want to say we know the rules because that sounds mean, but we know the skinny. Like we get it, and we do have fun. We do have a little bit of fun, but like we're here to to learn and geek out and whatever. And a new person came in last night, and there was problems. So I'm not going to beat around the bush anymore. I think the problem is solely on her end, and she was new, and she came in out of nowhere and did that. That's the way I see it. I see, and she was yelling at all of us, Mike. She was like, she basically she shushed all of us. She told us all to shut up instead of talking about our dinner. So she was rude to begin with,
yeah.
and
I
so
mean,
like
I can
we got,
understand. And the only reason I made her, the only reason I made her a mod, that was more of a knee jerk reaction because Woody was the one who had suggested, hey, she sounds like she'd be a good mod.
you did,
You know,
Woody. Bad Woody. I know. I saw that. He was like, "Yeah, throw a wrench in her," and I thought in the back of my head, I'm like, I just got a bad feeling about this person, and I don't know what else to tell you. I just it
yeah,
also it sounds like gatekeeping and kind of being a jerk too to say, hey, who are you to come in our group? Like I don't want that attitude either. But at the same time, we have a dynamic. Everything's always been good until that happened. So and we
yeah.
need to.
Well, and what I want you guys to help because I've explained before I have autism, so I may not necessarily see some of this right off the bat. It
Sure.
may take me a while to process. Hey, what's going on here before I can. And that's why I'm talking to you about it now. Especially with them not being here. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
because at least then I can like I think even ATC had mentioned it before. Having you as a co-host might be a good thing. Because having somebody bounce stuff off of. You know,
Yeah. I'll,
you
I'll
know.
certainly try. And if she was here right now, I'd be singing a different tune. I would be as nicely as I could. I would be talking
Right.
a different way. You get what I'm saying? I really
Yeah.
try to.
Yeah.
I try
She's
to be
not here,
diplomatic.
so obviously I appreciate your honesty and your directness, and I know you're older than me, so I know you. I know you know how to read the situation. Like if she was here, I'd hope that we'd all would learn how to de-escalate something like that without people getting hurt.
Yeah.
People's feelings get.
It's
Um,
Woody's fault. It's Woody's fault. He just admitted to it right there. It's
yeah,
all
but
your fault, Woody. We know. That's funny.
yeah, but
So
Woody's taking it in stride though. You see,
Yeah,
so
yeah, we're joking. So hopefully Anon will come back in a day or two, and we'll just keep rolling from
I
there.
hope ATC's okay because I haven't seen him on yet this week. So I know he could be busy, but
I'm sure he's busy. I think I might have seen him over. I think do I? Where I see him in another chat. I usually see him in maybe EBS. Ethan Van Skyver. I think I see him there
well,
maybe.
you see, were you there on Saturday when for Knuckleheads?
I was for part of that to see Vic. Yeah, and then I had to go. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what how I was telling you. There are times like I really want to be part of the conversation. I sometimes will push it. That was one of those days. I was really
yeah.
wanting, and you probably saw like I was constantly repeating the same thing because I wanted it acknowledged.
Yeah,
But
you're not the only person that does that.
oh wow, we it looks like we have a fourth person in here. Hello, fourth person. Um, yeah, so it looks like we have a fourth person. Yeah, we're up to 47 here. So, again, though, glad you're all here. Okay, so now we went back. So the fourth person just left again. So, um, but anyways, Backo, thank you for coming in and talking to me. I just wanted to bounce
Not
some
a
of that off.
problem. Not a problem. And I'm sorry that happened, and it upset you more than anyone else. So I think that stinks, and I'm sorry that that did happen. It wasn't fun, but
Well,
I think we'll press on from here. And
yeah, my thing is it didn't necessarily I was pretty much ready to move on from it after last night. What kind of obviously the situation itself kind of upset me because it's like okay, I could see this is escalating. I didn't want to have to play bad cop or whatever. I didn't want to have to like set my foot down, but I figured if I didn't say something, if I didn't try to quell this, it was just going to get worse. And I just,
sure,
I just, I'd, again, I'd rather this be a happy place, be a happy respite for everybody from all the
sure.
other garbage going on in the world. But I know, and I do understand that stuff like this happens. People have been telling me a lot lately that, that's how relationships work a lot of times.
Yeah, and in the future, Mike, you can, if you want to, you can try to trust me to diffuse things with a little bit of comedy and trying to be nice to everyone, and maybe even I poke fun of myself or something like that, just to try to absorb any hurt feelings. I do that in other people's chats all the time.
Yeah, I would appreciate that because I know you might have a better way of doing it than I. Like I even did try to get out. I tried to get us all out of that situation, even by I would be asking her. If you notice, I tried to ask her like what some of the comics she grew up reading with her great grandfather there. I was really trying to just get us to move on from that, and just kind of all blew up and but But I just hope we can just move. Like I was pretty much ready to move on from it after last night. I was hoping everybody would be back. We'd be just sitting, everybody just be here talking, you know, niche, and we could just leave that what happened last night behind us. So
Yeah,
um, so I guess we'll just wait and see what happens as the days move forward. But if you can, yes, I would appreciate it if you see something like that happening. If you can kind of keep me from having to say something by maybe interjecting something or trying to, um,
well, if that's all right with you, Mike, I will try to do that, and I would imagine that Woody or any of your other friends here, we've got your back. So
you guys, isn't that also kind of the point of having moderators to begin with?
yeah,
is when situations like that happen, rather than the host having to. Now, granted, we're still a pretty small group too, so
Yeah.
I can. But you know, sometimes I hope that maybe by expressing my what my view on how I'd like to have this community interact and behave with each other, hopefully people can understand and respect that, and then we don't have this stuff. But I guess time will tell.
Yeah,
Because
and I would
I know if
also
I
say
yeah, okay, go. I'm sorry, go
I,
ahead.
I I would also say in the meantime, um, don't make anyone else mods. If more people start showing up, say over the next few weeks, people go, hey, yeah, I'm gonna watch that stupid Batgoat guy on Mike's channel, and like what if you get five more people in here or something like that? They can't all be mods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I know.
remember when Tug did that way back in the day and all the problems that he had and
Oh yeah, I remember Robert. I remember the situation with that Robert guy. I
yeah
you know,
yeah.
and you notice I don't really act too much like I appreciate the fact that he made me a mod, and I really do appreciate that. And I know he made me a mod more because of the knowledge I have.
Mm-hmm.
I earned that rent because I am a good source of information. I know a lot of people know that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and like one of the things about having all that information that's cool. I mean, even Jana herself pointed out that she really liked that about me is that you know like by in a way by educating people by like giving out all this information, it sparks the fire in them. Like maybe they want, maybe they'll go look up some of these comics themselves or cartoons, and maybe they'll want to go watch the cartoons or read the comics or what
Sure,
have
sure,
you.
sure. Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, So yeah, well, I actually had not planned on making anybody a mod for a while because I knew I had probably enough. I mean, Gelth is still a mod here, yet he hasn't been back in a while.
I know he hasn't. He'll probably come in on Friday.
Yeah, I hope he
We'll
does. I mean, the
yeah,
more
we'll
the
remind him.
merrier,
We'll
huh?
remind him. We'll remind him. He'll come in and then he'll say stupid things like he always does, and I'll tell him to watch his. I'll tell him to quit swearing in here because he's a dummy, and he'll laugh, and we'll make fun of each other, and everything will be it'll all be
I
good.
mean, I did hear. I guess he's got some medical issues he's going through right now, and then
Yeah, yeah,
I
he
mean,
does. He does. That's been going on for a while, but he's overall he seems to be all right. He seems to be doing okay. Um,
yeah.
not like gosh, who's that other is that in Tug's stream that Donald who is the boy boy there's someone we chat with him. I think that is on Tug's stream. Donald, gosh, I forgot his last name. I didn't write it down. I think he's going through his like pancreatic cancer or something really awful right now.
Wow.
So you saw a lot of people
Well,
throwing,
I don't know
heart.
Donald. I know there's a guy named Robert who is apparently going through some stuff, and remember at one point Robert and Tug. Well, Robert, you know, I was watching Robert's videos for a while there, but then he kind of snapped at me a bit too. So I just kind of said, okay, I'm not going to deal with this, you
Mm,
know. So, well, I know you haven't seen it yet, but even I can get pretty hot pretty fast too.
everyone
You know.
can. Yeah, sure.
So, all right. Well, we're almost up to the 2 hour mark. I know you said you were tired. Thank you for joining me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this all up. And hopefully we'll have some more people in here tomorrow night. Hopefully I'll have some stuff to actually read off for you all. You
Yeah,
know,
that's cool. That's cool. Looking forward to a good news night tomorrow night. Also, I'll be here.
all right. Anyways, I'll let you go.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Cool. So you good, Mike?
Yeah, I'm good. I just felt the need to like get that minute out, at least get some perspective.
Yeah.
Hopefully things will work out. Hopefully Anon will come back. We'll see though.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the way I lean on this. My last parting thought is maybe extend a little olive branch, meaning like say, hey, and I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry, I personally think that you should kind of take his side and say, sorry that happened. You're part of this group. That's how I would do it.
Yeah. All right. I'll give it a try when I if I see him one of the
Okay,
other chats.
very cool.
So,
I'm gonna bounce out of here then.
all right.
Okay,
Bye.
let's see you.
All right, Woody. I'm gonna close out the stream here tonight. Thank you for joining me. Batgoat, I know you're still in here for at least in the chat. Thank you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye.